Had to take a break. This is the soundtracks, part 2. I'm Mequilla Sunrise, and this is Vinyl Jeopardy. I did not realize I had all of these soundtracks. It's a lot. So I hope you like soundtracks. If you do, make a comment down below. Let me know. But the first one coming up here is Friends. This is a film that is a British film, and the soundtrack is by Elton John. It was made in 1971. And it is a love story about teenagers in Europe who fall in love, run off together, and I believe that they get married. I think that's what I heard about the film. I've never seen it. If you have, please comment below, tell me about this film. I do know that it must have been pretty good because it was nominated for a Golden Globe as well as a Grammy. And how could it not? It's Elton John. The music on it, however, is very romantic, very pretty music. So if you are into soundtracks, this is one that you definitely should get. It has some great music on it. Speaking of romances, here is another romance, Urban Cowboy. This is with John Travolta and Deborah Winger. And basically the story of this, I did see it, is they break up and make up and break up and make up, and he rides an electronic bull. And this is a gatefold, and of course there's a picture of John Travolta there on the electronic bull. Try to get the glare off. Might be difficult. I've got crazy lights. But oh, there's other pictures here from the movie as well. Here is one of their wedding. So this album actually is a very good album. It's very eclectic. It has on it all different types of music. It's not just country and western, although it does have Anne Murray, Mickey Gilley. It has Kenny Rogers on it, Bonnie Raitt. It also has on it the Eagles, and it has on here Boz Scaggs. I remember the Boz Scaggs song is called Look What You've Done to Me, and I remember hearing that on Easy Listening and on Jazz. So if for nothing else, I think that this is a great soundtrack because it has so many different types of music on it. Urban Cowboy, love story. Maybe the next one is a love story, I'm not sure. This is A Woman in Red. I've never seen this movie. I think that it's a comedy. If you've seen it, then definitely tell me about it. Is it worth seeing? Should I try to find this on Netflix? I doubt it's there. Anyway, the music is by Stevie Wonder, and you can't get any better than Stevie Wonder, according to Prince. So on here is I Just Called to Say I Love You, and on the gatefold on the inside there's a picture there of Stevie Wonder on the phone, probably calling you to say he loves you. There's also a duet on here with Dionne Warwick, and then there's this this song Don't Drive Drunk, which became an anthem at the time during the 80s whenever this came out. I don't see a year here on the back, but this was a very popular song, so the soundtrack has a lot of good songs on it. I must be on the love story theme because this is the iconic Barbra Streisand and Chris Christopherson in what is the name of this? A Star is Born. And this is like the third or fourth time I believe that this movie was made. There's a really older version that is a musical with Judy Garland. And then there was one made very recently with Lady Gaga. And I haven't seen it. I do really want to see it. But here is the gatefold. It has in here pictures from the movie of Barbara and Chris. Basically, it's a bad boy meets good girl type of story, and they break up, and of course, they make up at the end, enhancing each other's lives with music. So, the music on here, of course, the diva on Barbra Streisand never disappoints. Barbra Streisand, Chris Christopherson, A Star Is Born. Here, another love story. This is Pipe Dreams. I do remember seeing this movie when I was a kid because I loved Gladys Knight. So the soundtrack is sung by Gladys Knight and the Pips, and Gladys Knight actually stars in this movie. It is a love story. Unlikely two people meet and fall in love. She did a really good job acting in this movie. And then the song on here that became a hit was So Sad, the song. And this album was produced by her brother, Bubba Knight. I remember, now, Gladys Knight was the second, or, technically the second concert I ever saw, but really the first concert that I remember. I was 4 years old when I went to see Gladys Knight, and I remember her standing at the back of the auditorium, and she had on a sequins dress that was sequins from head to toe. It was green, and there was a split that went all the way up her thigh, and she walked so majestically. I mean, the lady has class, let me tell you. And she walked up on the stage. I remember all of it. I loved Gladys Knight. I thought she was just a beautiful, phenomenal woman when I was a kid, and I still do. I love Gladys Knight. So that was more than you needed to know about that soundtrack. Crate Diggers, thank you so much for going with me on this very long soundtrack journey. If you are a person who loves vinyl and who loves talking about vinyl, then please do like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so that you can get notifications. Believe it or not, there's more. Stay tuned for more soundtracks. I'm Mequilla Sunrise, and this is Vinyl Jeopardy.